The tool I'm going to use, I've got a standard grinder here. I'm using Milwaukee, doesn't matter what brand you use. But the key tool here is this carving disc. This carving disc is actually a wonderful product. It's made by Abortech. I found it at a trade show and I've been using it ever since. Literally, I've beat this thing to death. I'm not too kind to it. I'm up to about the mid-90s in terms of bowls of various sizes that I've made with this. I don't make round bowls, by the way. I just make trench style, dose style, what I call a freestyle, which is whatever the block of wood gives me. But really, this is one of my main tools, and I don't want to, do an inappropriate advertisement for these guys if I didn't believe in the product. But this has been a pretty good product to me, so if you're into this kind of stuff, I would encourage you to take a look into that. So with that, I'm just going to go ahead. I'm going to flatten this piece out on this side as best I can. I might take the planer to it as well, and then I'll draw out a hand pattern here, and I'll start carving it, and you can see the Abortech in action. All right. .320 is when you start to get that really nice feeling that makes it worth the effort of going through all the different sanding iterations. There's a lot of white stuff you'll see in there. Some of that's just sanding dust and some bitter voids in the wood. I sanded this one pretty quick. I've sanded them to a lot finer degree. But since I'm making a quick video, I'm not going to go crazy here. I'm just going to give it a quick wipe down with a little spirits brush. We'll get some of this dust off and show you what it might look like when it's finished. That also helps me see if I got any big sanding scratches that I want to fix now, because once I start putting the finish on, I really don't want to start fixing things. And you can start to see some of the box cell, the color pop. I don't know how well this video is going to show it, but it's really an amazing color that I'm seeing right here, especially up in here. You get a little bit of brown, a little bit of blue, a little bit of sort of a gold, and of course the pinks and reds. It's one of my favorite woods, and whenever I can get my hands on some, I jump at the chance. And like I said, I cut it and dry it myself, so this bowl didn't really cost me anything but my time, and of course all the tools, the sandpaper, blah blah blah, but still, that's the way I like to do things. So I'm going to put a couple coats of wiping varnish on this. I won't bother you with those details. I'm sure everybody's seen people wipe varnish on bowls. I could use oil. The problem I find with oil is that when I send it to a customer's going to call me back in a year and say my bowl's drying out, and I have to tell them they have to reapply oil, which is typical of oil. Oil's beautiful, but it requires maintenance. The wiping varnish requires no maintenance other than perhaps a dusting and maybe some orange glow spray to make it feel and look a little bit more slick and shiny. Totally up to you. I can do it any way that customers request. I've built and sold quite a few bowls at customer requests too. So check out my website, see some of the stuff I've made, bowls and other things at churchstcreations.com, churchstreetcreations.com. So, hey, thanks for watching, guys. Oh wait, 1 second. I realized I forgot that I wanted to show you something that, just to give you a sense, because a lot of people say, hey Phil, you don't charge enough for your bowls. And some people say, you know, why are your bowls expensive? Hey, say, you know, you're not going to please anybody. I might charge 30 bucks for something like this when it's done, 30, maybe 40. Took me a couple hours, right? And I didn't go crazy with the sanding. Now, how much sanding and effort do you think goes into a bowl like this? Now, this thing is not done yet. What you're seeing here is a little bit of epoxy. Sometimes I put a little epoxy on some of the cracks and things just to make darn sure that they're never going to expand. But this wood is very dry. As you can see, there's a significant size difference here. I can't really zoom out any more than I already am. How long is that going to take me to sand and finish, right? And just to give you a sense of something maybe a little bit different, here's another one I'm working on. This is kind of, as you can see, in the process that you've seen before. This is solid oak. I think it's red oak. I cut this from a log that had to have been 80 years old. So this piece of wood is really heavy, even though it's only about 8% moisture right now, which is going to be just a fabulous bowl when it's done. So I just thought I'd give you a sense of, you know, if I'm only charging 75 bucks or 100 bucks for a bowl like that, how much time goes into that. I'm definitely losing money, but it's a heck of a lot of fun. Thanks for watching.